So this is the very first time Startupgrind Kanniyakumari host. We have hosted a lot of online events. So this is the first time we have an offline event, the very first time. So even though there are past six events, this is the first time I am hosting an entrepreneur from our local ecosystem, a strong entrepreneur from a local ecosystem. And I just wanted to make so special that I doesn't want my entrepreneur to talk in an online platform. Rather, I want it shift to an offline platform where we need to celebrate this particular entrepreneur. Thanks to the host, wonderful host, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology, for giving us the venue to conduct this program. So together, let me thank from the bottom of my heart as a chapter director and also co-director Jijin. Put together, we extend a warm thanks and welcome to Dr. Rajesh, Principal of Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Further, to welcome Mr. Arun Rajeev to the stage. Meeting in Startupgrind goes, it's all a casual talk. There is no formal kind of stuff. It's like, making the entrepreneur to speak from heart. That is very important. Our technical club, so we will go this bilingual because once you go in your native language, people easily gets connected. So, here was my first question to you. All set, ready?
Yeah.
So, here is it. What's your story?
I wanted to be an entrepreneur from my very young age. From my school days, my grandpa is a businessman, my uncles are a businessman. So I wanted to be a businessman. Entrepreneur is a term which I came to know after getting into college. So that's how I was always curious to build a business. But I tried out, I was finding out different ideas and so on. Right after my engineering, I went for working, then I did my MBA. I joined MBA. At that time, my uncle, who's a banker, he asked me a question that, what is financial inclusion? Because he's a banker, he knows that. But I said, I don't know. So he tempted me that don't they teach these things in college, in MBA. So that made me curious. As in, I wanted to get into business. I was always curious to know new things. So I started researching on financial inclusion as a segment. Finally, I found out there are 85% of the financial institutions across the globe who are running on spreadsheets. So they don't have a proper solution. If there is a solution which is very high-end or something, and which is a core problem. So I thought I wanted to digitalize these financial institutions. And with that in mind, in 2013, I got the idea. I worked, researched into that. Luckily, after my MBA, I got placed in a company which is similarly into banking and financial services. They gave me an opportunity to build a product for this particular segment. So, with that, 5 years of experience in the same domain. 2018, I started by providing solutions for these financial institutions to go digital.
So, So, ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ல இருந்து ஒரு ஆண்டர்பிரினர் டிரான்சிஷன் எப்பவுமே கஷ்டமா தான் இருக்கும். ஸோ எப்பவுமே ஒரு சேலஞ்சஸ் இருக்கும், இல்லை ஒரு ரிஸ்க், இட்ஸ் அ கால்குலேட்டட் ரிஸ்க். அந்த சேலஞ்சஸ் ரிஸ்க் நீங்க எப்படி ஃபேஸ் பண்ணீங்க, அதை எப்படி ஒத்துக்கிட்டீங்க?
Risk is always going to be there. It's all about planning. வடிவேல் காமெடி சொல்கிற மாதிரி எந்த ஒரு விஷயத்தையும் பிளான் பண்ணி பண்ணணும், அவ்வளோதான். So that's what I told you in the previous question itself. 2013 I got the idea. It took me 5 years just to design a complete business model, complete business structure, how to start a business, I worked in a similar domain, got the experience, similar experience before. I always thought I shouldn't fail, so it was always on the corner. So I planned everything prior, and then I started into it. So the planning went out well. That's what I would say.
So thank you so much for that answer, Arun sir. So that's my next question. What unseen opportunities did you see that may result in making a startup a huge success? So let me go to clarify in this way. There are always, unseen opportunities. So opportunities are everywhere, but there are some opportunities which is completely unseen, which maybe there is a potential which can be tapped in. So how you have founded this market opportunity that I can start such a startup in a local ecosystem like Kanniyakumari?
Opportunity, the same thing. I figured out that 85% of the financial institutions across the globe are completely running on paper spreadsheets. So that is a wonderful opportunity. 85% of the market means it's a million companies out there, and it's $100 billion market. So $100 billion is there, million companies are there, and so seeing that as an opportunity to go digital, and a lot of things are going on cloud. Technology is moving forward to cloud. So I thought that would make these financial institutions go digital using cloud, and then I started.
Great. So this is very important, opportunities. எப்போவுமே நம்மளை சுற்றி ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிஸ் நிறைய இருக்குது. ஸோ நம்ம கரெக்டான ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணி that's how you have to build your startup. So that's a lesson to all of you by Rajeev sir. So
that question I can redefine in a different way. I was always curious to find curious. If I hadn't researched about my unbuilt secret question, I might have not figured out what is available in the market. That is an opportunity kind of. So be curious. So you will figure out something on your way.
So be curious. That is a key takeaway for you today. First key takeaway for today. So there is always a timing to start something. You need to identify the right time to start something. So how do you find this is my time, so I can start my company now, so that I can build on something?
Any time is a good time, to be frank. But yeah, there is a timing for everything. I saw, government's plan of getting into digital India as one of the plans the government is planning on to bring more companies go digital, everything to digitalize. If you go to an electricity office, there are piles of books out there that can be digitalized. If you go to a college, there are a lot of paperwork that can be digitalized. So likewise, I saw financial institutions as they have a lot of things on spreadsheets which can be digitalized into a cloud solution. That is how I got into it. Digitalization, go digital.
So do you have any examples or any suggestions to young entrepreneurs or students out here that this is the right time to start? Do you suggest them any timing to start their
timing is, yes, exactly. COVID made everybody go digital. Colleges who are running on a day-to-day basis now going on digital to have their normal classes. Businesses has gone digital. Companies who are started working from home now. Everybody, employees started working from home now. So same way. The digital opportunity is now huge because the internet is booming up everywhere across the world. So I saw it as the right timing, I would say. Developing countries are now, internet is going, like in India, internet penetration is huge after Jio came to the market. So I thought this is the right timing. Internet boom, cloud technology, yeah.
And these days there is a buzz term for all startup founders and entrepreneurs called investments. You need to build something phenomenally and you can get investment. So how much does, of course, an investment means for a startup, and do you have any suggestions that this will be the right time to take investments? So let me ask this question. What is the right time to go for investments?
Okay. Right after my quitting my job, I had a presentation. I had the idea ready, and I I wanted to validate this idea. I sent it to a few investors, not looking for investment to be frank. I wanted to validate the idea from the investment friend. A lot of people came in that I wanted to invest in your company. But finally I said, no, I don't want investment now. I don't know if this idea is going to be work out or not. I wanted to try out, figure out, get hands on, go to the market, acquire few customers. Then if I need investment, I wanted to go for it. So first, when companies came to us or angel investors who came to me, I said no. Now the business has grown. We have clients across the globe, and we reach clients globally. Now we wanted to go for expansion. So now we need funds, and now we are going for investment and all. So I would say investment is the last thing. First, focus on your idea, validate your idea, get a few customers, paying customers. Then you go for investments. That I think that would be the best choice. Most companies I have seen who got failed are the companies who got invested very early, got investment very early. So that fear was always there when I started. So that's why I said no to those investments. With very little investment, I know what I really want. So that focus was always there. Hiring the right people with less packages and so on.
So in this context, any student entrepreneurs, so even maybe a lot of student entrepreneurs have an instinct of starting a company, but one basic block for them is where I can find the money. Without money, I cannot start. So is this the right perspective? Do you need money all the time to start a business?
First thing is, money is the last thing I would say. The first thing is idea. What problem are you going to solve? That is what the core thing. Everybody say, I want to start a business, I don't have money. No, money is the last thing. So first thing is the idea. Second thing, whether your idea will make money. Okay, business model. Third thing, you want to have the right team to build that idea around it. So co-founder or employees or whoever it may be, the right team. Third thing, fourth thing I would say is timing. As Rahul has asked, timing is very important. The market, whether the market needs that kind of solution. Fifth thing is the money, funding, I would say. So last thing is the money, I would say, to be frank. So go for idea, team, business model, timing, then money.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Rajeev. So that is a valid point. When you have a plan to start a business, the number one thing is that do you have a problem to solve? What problem you are solving? That is very, very important. So the next thing, as you said, the team, connecting the team. Team is a very important thing in a startup. Your early employees, so maybe call your early employees or something. So do you have any specific way of hiring your team members or your employees? Or how do you hire them?
I look for passionate people. Passionate people can do beyond their ability. That's what I believe in. People who are passionate into something, who wanted to do something, people want to make a dent in the universe. That's what passionate people is all about. First thing, I always look for passionate people. Second thing I look is skill. Whether they have the right set of skills to do the particular job. So, a lot of people come out of colleges with degrees. I won't say zero skills. There is a girl who came in my company before, topper in college, some kind of medalist and all. No skills, zero skills. There is a guy with 28 ideas. He came to my company, no degree at all, very skilled. So I would say degree is nothing. Skill matters for the employment market.
So that's our topic of discussion today is also tech entrepreneurship, how skills demand much. So coming to the skills part, so do you have any specific advice to young entrepreneurs or student members out there? So these are the skills which you need to build. Include maybe a technical skill or maybe other communication skills or people skills. So what they should be look out very strongly.
First core thing is communication. Any ideas you have, you want to communicate something to make other people understand, right? So the communication is the core thing I believe in. So develop your communication skill, the professional way of communication. First thing. Second thing, the right set of skill. What job you wanted to go into. For example, if you wanted to be a developer, focus on one language. I am expert in Java, I am expert in .NET, I am expert in Python, I am expert in Django, I am expert in Node.js. Be an expert in one thing. You don't need to be jack of all trades. Nobody wants jack of all trades. Be an expert in one thing and no one should compete you in that. So that is the second thing. Third thing, attitude is very important. The right attitude towards learning is very important. கற்றுக்கிறதுக்குள்ள மைண்ட் செட் இருக்கணும். That is very important. Attitude towards people, attitude towards learning, attitude towards knowing new things. These are the three things I found out. I would suggest.
Great. So, how many of you here have that basic skill? கற்றுக்கிறதுக்கு ஆர்வம் இருக்குன்னு யாரெல்லாம் சொல்றீங்க? Can you raise your hands? I just want to learn the things. Great. So, திரும்பி பாருங்க. எல்லாரும் கற்றுக்கிறாங்களா? நானும் கற்றுக்கலாம். So, great. Thanks for that. So, learning a new skill, show some interest to learn some new skills. That is very important. So, coming back, customer experience. So these days, a lot of entrepreneurs lack this basic concept of customer experience. You develop a product, at the end of the day, you're developing a product for some customers. So how does this customer experience means to you? And when someone is starting a business, how much they should value their customer?
Okay. We follow something called design, technology, then innovation. So design is the core thing. So where it comes is user experience. Our software completely focused on user experience, the first core thing. Then we will back way around on technology. How we can give a wonderful experience for the customer. How we can simplify their work. How we can solve their problem in a simplified way. Lot of design is the core, I would say. If you give a wonderful experience, functionalities, any company can develop a functionality, the basic functionality for a customer. But design and the customer feel and experience, that very few people can give. That's one of the companies I would suggest is Apple. Why Apple become a very big company? Because the core of the company is into design. When you open an iPod or an iPhone box, the box lives slow. When I bought it first, when I was opening it up, the box, opening the box itself give me an anticipation how the product is going to be. They look for detailing in small things to bring up the experience. So that's the kind of experience we always wanted to give our customers as well, building on the product. So UX is one thing we keenly focus on. And design is not how it looks, how it works that matters. This was a statement by Steve Jobs. Give them the experience, not just on the looks, but on the simplifying the functionalities as well. So, yeah.
So, that is custom your product design பண்ணும்போது it's always important that you give an ultimate experience to your customer. So, now coming back to the most general questions. What is your major strength as an entrepreneur?
I didn't give up.
Okay.
My first company when I started, the first client we took, they left within a short period of time. Failure. The second, my first employee who was developing the technology left the company. Failure. Lot of, if you wanted to be an entrepreneur, you will face failure after failure every day. Even small things make you fed up. But that I didn't give up. That's what I would say. My major strength. I'll not give up. I'm passionate in what I do. I want to solve the problem. I'm keen on that. I'll never give up.
Great. So that is means much. That was a major strength. So my next question is somewhere connected. How much does failing means to you? So
It comes to the previous question.
yes, people always, they get tired. Once they fail in their life, they think that that's the end of the chapter. I cannot do it again. So how much does and more concerned with students also. ஃபெயில் ஆகிறோம் ஒரு விஷயம் நம்ம பண்ணுறோம் தோற்று போயிடுறோம் அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம அங்கேயே ஸ்டாப் ஆகிறதுக்கு எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறாங்க ஸோ இந்த கான்டெக்ட்ல ஃபெயிலிங் இஸ் ஓகே ஃபெயிலிங் இஸ் சம்திங் குட் அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்களா இந்த யூ ஹேவ் எனி எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் ஃபார் தட்
Failure is very important, actually, I would say. Success will not teach you much. Failure will slap you in the face in the public. So that's what my statement is. Failure is inevitable. But the thing is that you should learn lessons from the failure. Failure, you should fail forward, not fail backward. So each failure is an experience to move to the next level. So failure is very, 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 very important. As an entrepreneur, you will be facing failure each and every day, every single day. So you should never give up on that.
Okay. So failure is okay. Happy?
See, when you look back now, I can say hundreds of failures over the years now. That is all happy experience. When I say now, yeah, I failed there, that's okay. That's when I learned this. I failed there, that's when I learned this. So failure is, at that time it may be devastating, but over a period of time, it's a wonderful experience, when you look back. Yeah.
So fail fast, you got to learn.
Yeah, fail fast, fail forward.
So you need to failing is okay. So next time don't upset with failures. So 3 mistakes no entrepreneur should do.
First mistake, every entrepreneur I have seen so far with my friends who are entrepreneurs, they will try to do everything. I take care of the accounting of the company, I take care of the financial management, I take care of marketing, I take care of sales, I take care of client handling, I take care of product development in the beginning. I was doing everything. Don't do everything. Take someone, give it to them, make them work independently, guide them, that's it. But on the other hand, it gave me a lot of experience, that's okay. But when you try to do, you cannot focus on every area, that is one of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs doing everything on their own. Second thing, my humble advice to you, hire people who are smarter than you. Don't do hiring mistakes because I don't have money, I hire who's not smart. Always hire A players. A players can do a lot more than B or C players. So hire people who are smarter than you. Third thing, nothing is coming to my mind now. Third thing, first two things I would say.
Thank you. No problem. 2 things. So third thing is don't do this second time.
Means?
The 2 things சொன்னீங்க சார். இது ரெண்டும் 3வது வாட்டி 2வது நீங்க பண்ண கூடாதுதான் 3வது. Okay. So then people running behind entrepreneurship. There are a lot of product-based startups or non-product-based startups. But how much does this tech entrepreneurship is important? இப்போ நீங்கள் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்லையும் சர்வீஸ்லையும் ஒரு டெக்னிக்கல் ஆஸ்பெக்ட் எம்படா இருக்கணும். Why we should go behind the technical stuff?
Tech can solve big problems in a simple way. Booking a cab was a tough, hiring a cab was a tough previously. You want to go there, negotiate with the cab driver, then you wanted to hire a cab or something. So it was tough, very tough previously. But now you can book a cab using Uber or Ola at your fingertips. It's a bigger problem solved in a simple way. Purchasing things online is very simple. Previously, it was you want to go shops and shops to figure out what the heroine wear on a movie or something. So it was very tough previously to find the right designed like a one. Now you can, with the click of a button, you can order something which will deliver at your doorstep. So tech can solve big things on a small thing. After this internet boom, everything got simple. Teaching was tough previously. Now anyone can teach from anywhere, sitting at their home, using a Zoom or sign up in Udemy, or there are a lot of Canvas, a lot of learning management systems are out there. So tech can solve bigger problems in simple ways using cloud as a platform. So that's what we also started doing something using tech, internet, cloud, SaaS banking is going to be the future. So that's it.
Thank you so much, sir. So, tech is, of course, the need of the hour. And I post Startup India funds or good Startup Tamil Nadu funds on. So they are expecting tech-based startup. Only if your startup has a technical tech is embedded in an idea, you are eligible for funding. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but tech is being needed everywhere. Thanks for that, sir. So now my very important question is how much the skills is most demanded. If you have to run a startup, you need to be skillful in something. In that case, how much do you say the skill is very important?
Uh, as I told you earlier, the same thing. People who study, get engineering, MBA, and all. If you don't have any skill, what is the use of that paper? It's just a paper. That's what I would say. A degree certificate, it's just a paper. That doesn't give you anything if you don't have the skill. So right skill sets are needed for right set of jobs. If you want to be an entrepreneur, skill set is very important. I am very much good at marketing and sales, business development. I can say I'm a business development expert. Over the years, I've gained things in business development. That skill set gave me ideas into running a business. Other things I learned eventually after starting up, accounting, marketing, accounting, and hiring and other things. But you should need at least one skill set and you should be an expert in it. That's what I would say.
So do you have a suggestion like this is the most demanding skill for the next couple of years, so you should learn this? Apart from communication skill, apart from people skills, any tech skills that you say this is very demanding for next couple of years?
I'm from the tech world. I would say still there are huge opportunities for Java developers. Java, Premam, how many of you have seen the movie Premam? That the professor used to say, Java വളരെ powerful ആണ്. That's what I would also say. Java is very, 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 what to say? Powerful. Very powerful. So, still there's a huge demand for Java developers. Since it's a old technology now, Python, Django, and all come up, still Java has a huge scope. We need 20 developers now, but we couldn't find. A lot of people who apply who have ME in computer science, MSc in computer science, MBA, MCA, and all, but no skills. They don't have skills. They just have papers. That paper is nothing to do. I don't hire people who have papers. I hire people who have skills. So grow your skill. If you are a developer, you want to be a developer. Focus on one skill set and focus on that skill and be an expert at it.
So anyone skillful in Java here? Anyone very good in Java? No. So next question is any three core skills? The three core skills, not core skills, core values that every entrepreneur should possess. Do you have something like that? These three core values every entrepreneur should possess. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Integrity is one thing. Integrity. Any business you do, you should have ethics. The second thing. Third one is you have to be a passionate visionary. You should have a vision. You should have a passion. Yeah.
So integrity, ethics, and passion. Of course, passion is something very important that everyone should possess. And this is one of the most passionate ever entrepreneur this district have ever produced. So if I am here today organizing this Startupgrind event, even TEDx or my upcoming event Techstars, this man takes the majority of stakeholding in it. So he has a major stakeholder in everything because he always motivates me. Yes, Rahul, this is what you should do. You should someone, you are a good. He's an entrepreneur, but myself is a community builder. So you have this much of things you should take. So such a motivating, such an inspiring, such a passionate, still I think Rajiv sir has something like when he started his company, he had a passion. Still that he has the same passion. So that's the reason probably people across the known ecosystem. If someone calls Rajiv sir, yes, he is. He never expects anything from people. That's very important. He never expects anything. Even if a programmer normally he's one of the best entrepreneur district. Normally entrepreneur welcome nothing. Even he haven't called me till the வாசலுக்கு வெளியில வந்துட்டு call me Rahul, I am here. So that's he never expects from anything from people. So there's a way of this is a unique Rajiv style.
No. Being humble is just being humble. I'm happy to hear that rather than being called as an entrepreneur, I'm happy to hear that being passionate or visionary is what I love to hear. That happy to hear that.
Everything he has a Rajiv style. That's very Gangnam style here. You have Rajiv style for everything what he does. Correct sir? Correct நான் சொல்றது? Is it correct? Yes. So there are building blocks for everyone when they start a business, and then either they will overcome the building block or they will stay with this building block. In this context, do you have anything that these are the possible building blocks that may arise when you start a company, or on a long term when you run a company, these building blocks may arise? This is the way you should overcome it. In this context, we have any suggestions? The possible building blocks and any suggestions to overcome it?
Everything is building block when you start a startup, to be frank. Starting from finding out the right idea, making that idea happen, that's one thing. Finding the right team members, co-founders or employees, or core maybe. Creating the right revenue model, making how your business can make money, finding out investors to get funded. So all these challenges definitely going to come for every entrepreneur. If you are a businessman or an entrepreneur, whoever may be, these challenges are always going to come up. But I would say courage is the only thing that gets me going. No matter what happens, I don't give up. Is my advice. I don't want to give you any advice. Definitely you will figure that out. All these challenges are going to come up, and you will definitely figure that out. If you are a passionate entrepreneur, be passionate, be courageous, go for it, fail forward.
Thank you. So any questions? Now I'm open the floor for a couple of questions. Any questions from any of you? Tamil kuda kekkala nama communication English la poitu irukku, but you can ask in Tamil as well.
Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi,
any languages you will translate it. Questions irukka? Priyanka, go ahead please. உட்கார்ந்து ஃப்ரீயா கேளுங்க.
பிசினஸ் இப்போ ஸ்டார்ட் பண்றோம், என்ன மாதிரியான திங்ஸ் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும்? பேசிக் திங்ஸ், அதாவது நமக்கு ஐடியா இருக்கு, இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் எல்லாம் ஓகே, ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போறோம். ஆனா ஒரு சின்ன தயக்கம் இருக்கும்ல, ஏதாவது ஆயிடுமோங்கிற ஒரு டென்ஷன். ஸோ என்ன மாதிரியான விஷயங்கள் நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும்? ஓகே பார்த்துக்கலாம், அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு செட்டப் கொண்டு வருது.
ஒரு வரட்டு தைரியம் வேணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அது என்ன சொல்றது? How many of you seen the movie Guru movie? அந்த கிளைமேக்ஸ்ல he would say a dialogue. என்னோட தைரியம், சாதாரண குடிமக்களுக்கு இருக்கிற தைரியம், இந்த தேசத்தோட தைரியம். ஸோ அந்த தைரியம் தான், that's what very 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 important. I'm happy that among all these people a woman is asking the question, and the தைரியம், that is very important for okay. So we'll figure that out. அந்த 5 things I told you, right? ஐடியா, அந்த என்ன ப்ராப்ளம் நீங்கள் சால்வ் பண்ண போகிறீங்க அதில் ரொம்ப தெளிவாக இருக்கும். ரெண்டாவது, கரெக்டான டீம் மேட்ஸ் அதுக்காக ஃபார்ம் பண்ணிக்கணும். மூணாவது, உங்களோட பிஸ்னஸை எப்படியெல்லாம் அந்த பிஸ்னஸில் மணி மேக் பண்ண போகிறீங்கிறத ஃபிகர் அவுட் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கணும். நாலாவது, கரெக்டான டைமிங்கில் தான் இறங்குறீங்களாங்கிறது தெரியும். அஞ்சாவது, ஒரு பேசிக் அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் மணி தேவை, அது தேட்ஸ் லாஸ்ட் திங். இது அவ்வளோ இருந்தாலும் அதுக்கப்புறம் நீங்கள் சேலஞ்சஸ் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுவீங்க. அந்த சேலஞ்சஸ் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஒரு தைரியம் இருந்தால் போதும். Right? Yeah.
So, any couple of questions also? There are questions. தைரியமா கேட்கலாம். அது பிரியங்கா கேட்ட அந்த தைரியம் is very important.
தைரியம் is very important. I'm happy to see a lot of this guy. I want more entrepreneurs to come out, especially women. Women can do a lot more things than men. I believe in that. So, best of luck for you if you have something in idea.
So, any more questions? Please feel free to ask. Open up with questions. This forum is very important. This is for you. நீங்க உங்களோட டவுட் சால்வ் பண்ணணும், உங்களோட queries கேட்கணும், questions கேட்கணும். டைம் இருக்கிறது வந்து it's not fair. So can come with questions if any. Maybe if we can plan for questions. In meantime, I will go for pre-final questions. I have only 2 more questions to ask with Rajeev sir. Number 1, how technology can help solve a problem. Earlier we were speaking like, technology can help you solve complex problem into crunch-based problems in that way.
Cloud is a big thing, okay? Now that's what previously I explained as well. Cloud is going to be the big thing. Technology solved bigger problems in a simpler way using tech and cloud. So we also, having that in mind only, we started this company of building with tech as a background, core as design, technology and innovation. So tech can do a lot of things. We have tech as a core in building, Java as a core in building a cloud solution which can make these financial institutions run independently with lesser number of resources with our solution. So technology is playing an important role. Technology is playing an important role everywhere. Talking, having your online streaming, everything is a technology. So yeah, tech is important.
So that's how tech is. I'll just give an example. When Rajeev sir was saying about passion, I need to add up a story of 2 more people in this forum. One is of course Gautam. So Rajeev sir, Gautam Varamboda. Gautam is very excited to meet you. But unfortunately he went from office on the daily and call. So Gautam was basically started his career as a Swiggy boy. He was selling on roadsides. He used to Swiggy delivery boy. He was a Swiggy delivery boy, and then a lot of downfalls happened. It is not easy to be a Swiggy delivery boy. A lot of failures, lot of people started criticizing him. People started mocking at him being a delivery boy. And a consistent of failures. So it was a month of August. He have started his journey in the month of August as a Swiggy delivery boy. Couple of failures, insults, etc. Insult is the biggest investment. So insults, and then he quit his profession from a sales boy, and then he, lot of failures. People started mocking him. There's a verge of a moment where he eventually lost everything. And then Gautam, rebuilt himself again in August. He became a CEO of an incubator in Salem. And today, this particular incubator is Tamil Nadu's top 12 incubator. It is one of the top 12 incubators in Tamil Nadu. So this is the kind of, when I ask, when we discuss with Gautam, and when I said about Rajeev sir, he seriously wanted to meet him. That's the kind of enthusiasm he has to learn from people, to develop the network. See, எவ்வளவு தூரம் உங்களோட நெட்வொர்க்கிங் வந்து ஸ்ட்ராங்கா வச்சிருக்கீங்களோ அந்த அளவுக்கு see ராஜேஷ் சார் சம்திங் he builds a strong network. எனக்கு எப்படி ராஜேஷ் சார் தெரிய வரும்னா கொஞ்சம் before since an year we met. So எனக்கு அவர் எப்படி தெரியும் அப்படின்னா it came through a networking. And then you know how we are able to follow it up. அன்னைக்கு பார்த்தோம் அந்த ஈவெண்ட் முடிஞ்சு அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த கான்டாக்ட் லூஸ் போயிருக்கலாம், அந்த கான்டாக்ட் போயிருக்கலாம். பட் ஸ்டில் இஃப் எப்போ கேட்டாலும் இப்போ மட்டும் இல்லை ராஜேஷ் சார் எந்த ப்ரோர் போனாலும் ஆஃபீஸில் போய் கூட நான் ஜிஜில் 2-3 ஸ்னாப்ஸ் எடுத்துருப்போம் டிஎஸ்டி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் டெக்னாலஜியோட ஈவெண்ட்டுக்காக. ஸோ எப்போ போனாலும் he never says no. So whenever he is available he says yes Rahul please come. We have discussions off the box. How is your office? He says he has nothing to say about office, but he speaks for about 2 hours about his leader. Why he loves us that? Because of the leader. So in this context I have one final question. What it takes to be a leader?
Leader should be like a friend, I would say. You can sit down with them, understand their problem. You have to be work collaboratively with them. I include them in decision making. So that's what I would say leadership is all about. And if you take all the decisions, even though asking them to take decisions, make them fail independently, work independently, fail independently, give them the opportunity to fail. So that's what leadership is all about. I feel so. Collaborativeness, give them the independence to fail, and give the employees. I hate the word employee. I would say let it be friends or something. I would say talents, because I always consider myself as an employee in the company. I never consider like I'm the CEO of the company. I'm also an employee in the company. So that's the view I give to them. You are an employee, I'm also an employee for the company. So that's how I seek together with them, guide them. Everybody comes as a clay. We can mold them however we want. So give them a track, like a train. Give them a floor or a track. Go this where you wanted to go, and they will go with it. So yeah.
So in this context, I have one final question. That is seriously my final question. So like you know, people at your age, they can do a lot of things. Enjoy life. Go for a ride, visit a lot of places, meet new people, marry a girl, get a job, handful of salary, enjoy the life. When life comes 60, then let me be conscious about life. But you are different. This is the phase where you can enjoy your life, but you are spending your time on building your company. So, why so? I mean, the question is, what made you so? You know, you were working in some company where you are closely earning about 1 lakh plus salary per month and 2 lakh plus 2 lakh per month. That was the salary when you was working in an example company. Your life would be very comfortable, but you came out of this comfort zone and then you wanted to build something. People sometimes might have said you are mad. Yes, entrepreneurs are always mad at building something. So how do you, born with this craziness?
Different people have different priorities. When you ask a singer, he wants to sing on a stage. That's what his priority is. When you ask a dancer, he wants to dance. I consider myself as an artist. Entrepreneurship is my artist thing, I would say. I'm very passionate, and I don't say I want to go around and all. I'm a very travel freak. If I get some time, me and my friends would drive a long drive, go somewhere, have some fun, come back, kind of. But at the same time, I'll be very focused on my business. That travel will give me focus for my business. Because all these things happens, I work hard. I work 12 to 16 hours a day when I started. Now, yeah, a little bit less a time, at least 12 hours a day. all things happen because I love to do, because I'm passionate in what I do. You have to figure out what you love to do. That is very, 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 very important. It doesn't have to be business. It doesn't have to be money making. Find what you really love to do. Let it be you be a painter, you be an artist, you be a singer, you be a dancer, you be a photographer, whatever it may be. Consider yourself as an artist in what you do. Okay, be expert in what you do. That's what should be a figure. You have to figure out that. Once you figure out that, money will automatically come to you. Most of the students coming out of college focus on money. I would say focus on skills and learning. Once you learn, be an expert in it, money will start following you. That's what happened to me. So, be passionate. That will. That's the answer for this question. Be passionate.
Great. So it was a great discussion. So coming back to Q&A, anyone questions? If anybody has a question, you can shoot your questions now. And speaking about how passion matters, I have to add one of my mentee as well. She's Abhirami, and she's in second year of studies. She wanted to build out something. She wanted to create a change, especially for the farmers and fishermen. So, like people can say things, few people can do things. So what she have done is she started, she have got almost 500 paid subscribers for her newsletters. She's bringing everything in a comic sector. So this is very important. So you have something, don't say, do it. So this is an epitome of doing things. So with this, I have one more thing, which how you can help young entrepreneurs and students out there. That's a formal way of closing things in Startupgrind. How mutually Startupgrind can help you. Of course, every help will be there, and all these partners are there, and of course that's a gift to you. Of course, the program, and then how you can help the community across.
Someone who, as I told you earlier, the 5 things, if you're clear with that, come to me, I can help you out how to guide you to do the business. But the problem is I have very, 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 very limited time. I'm a very, 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 very busy guy. Time is very, very means to me. Money doesn't count to me, to be frank. Time is money for me. So if I spend time for someone, that has to be very, very valuable. Come to me if you're very, very, very serious about what you want to do, and be clear before coming to me. Okay, the 5 things I can guide you, set up a business, help you out to grow your business, kind of. That's what I can say. Come up with if you are Google it, there's something called business model canvas. There's 9 columns. Fill that 9 columns before coming to me. If you are very clear about those 9 columns, yes, your business is already ready. Okay, then we can take you forward to how to do the business.
Yes, as a student also know, if you have a very good skill, and if you could prove your skill that you will be a real asset, FInOS can help you in multiple ways. But again, what it takes to be an entrepreneur is a whole lot of passion. It's not sitting in a chair, going there and doing things. So thank you so much, Rajeev sir, for being with us for this session. It is a whole lot of insights. Throwing out once again on behalf of everyone here, a big round of applause to you for being with us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.